We live.
What the fuck was we talking about before the internet?
Okay. Yeah, I remember what we was talking about. Essentially, now, whoever was privileged enough to soak up all that game, you'll be able to see it. There might be a good minute and a half that is lost in the ether.
Delay, yeah.
Yeah. However, whoever was meant to hear that, I genuinely believe
they heard it.
Yeah, they soaked up that game. Many creases to craniums were added. With that being said, thank you, my constituents of Lush World, for tuning in once again. We are live and direct. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. Please act accordingly and stomp on that like button. I'm talking disrespected. What we want to do is defy the laws.
Yeah. Let me get a bunch of ones if the audio is good, please.
Yeah, please. What I want y'all to do is defy the laws of YouTube physics. We somehow want more likes than viewers. If we can make it happen, I believe the constituents of Lush World can. Y'all already know this is powered by Honey Packs. The #1 all-natural sexual enhancement product on the market. Go to Royalty Honey USA. Put in discount code Lush Uno. That's one word, all caps, but it's no cap. LUSHUNO. It'll make you light as a feather.
I didn't see any ones in the chat. Can you guys hear us?
Yeah, they'd be saying if they couldn't. It'll make you light as a feather, stiff as a board, knocking it down like never before. And for you ladies, it works. For y'all too, it'll turn your pool into
an oasis.
An oasis.
An oasis.
You missing all your cues.
No, my bad, dog. I'm just trying to make sure they can hear us this time. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. I appreciate that. Now you guys can get your clown on. Let's go.
And just in case you didn't know, with this little honey pack of mine,
I'm gonna break your spine.
Yeah. This little honey pack of mine, I'm gonna break your spine.
And leave you in a pool like an oasis.
Yeah. For the squirt and the squirters. With that being said, so where we were and what I was about to get into was, okay, MeUndies. You wind up being locked up with the guy that is the founder or CEO of
founder and CEO.
And there is how did you guys make the correlation? Because the whole marketing strategy you unveiled for that was
his crazy ass.
What happened?
So you want me to tell her? You got it.
Basically, like as you know, as the TV room goes, you'll maybe have 3 or 4 televisions, and they're designated for different things. And one in the black television room, you got a BET, a sports, a CNN, and an alternative television, which is 9 times out of 10 be on BET. Well, this particular day, all of the channels had one story. I was like, what the hell? And it was star running back Joseph Randle from the Dallas Cowboys arrested for stealing underwear.
What was he doing?
First of all, this is
what they say he did.
This is how the media puts out things. So we dig into it. In all actuality, what the young man was doing is he was shopping all day at that mall. He was with his child, which was going through his terrible twos, having a tantrum. He has a couple of items that he didn't pay for yet, and he's taking them outside to calm him down. They make an issue out of it. Of course, like Chris Rock said in Head of State, that ain't right.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That ain't right. So you know what I'm saying? We dug into it, and I'm like, shit. Jonathan here, this nigga, one of the items he was stealing was underwear and cologne. Like, man, you got an underwear coming, man. Let's do something here. And so, like, as you can imagine him telling his marketing team that he's taking marketing advice from a bank robber. And they're like, so after some wrist turning, this was on a Thursday, on a Sunday. Stephen A. Smith, Adam Schefter reported it. Next thing you know, it's in the Wall Street Journal, and everybody's talking about this guerrilla marketing technique, and we like, whoa. So the yard going crazy, everybody, you know what I'm saying, it's a thing, and like, you know what I'm saying, we want to celebrate, but one of our cooks happened to be V, and we like, where is this? We summons him because he's not on G Unit, like bro said.
Right.
He's in J Unit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm in the project.
Yeah, the project. So he's over there modulating. But you know, when we finally summons him and he comes down, I'll pass the mic to him because this is where it gets interesting.
So I had what they call the Moses moment. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the mountain like having that shit where I'm getting the commandments. So that's when I came back to bread. And I'm like, you know, when you see a McDonald's commercial, like who you think doing that?
That's just, I said McDonald's.
I'm like, nah, it's an agency that do that. They hire people to come up with these ideas. He like, shit, we could do that. I'm like, duh, like what the fuck I'm talking about.
And you guys are coming in the marketing game where there's a lot of, because social media is significantly more and more prevalent.
Sure.
It's not like the marketing agencies of the 90s. You're kind of having to redefine that entire space.
And
Look,
learn it at the same time.
But I got a little piece of that before I go to prison. You know what I'm saying? Like social media still existed.
Yeah.
It just wasn't a vehicle yet. It was maybe a vehicle for popularity.
That's like MySpace early.
Yeah, like them days. You know what I mean? And you know, I also owned and operated one of the first and largest internet radio stations in the world at the time.
Okay.
So I had a little bit of like, okay, I understand that brands will come and put commercials on the radio, you know, that sort of thing. I got marketing a little bit, but not at this level. You know what I'm saying? When I'm like, wait a second, like now I come home from prison, I joined this prisoner entrepreneurship program called Defy Ventures, where it's like a little like incubator for businesses for the formerly incarcerated. And so with that being said, as the story goes, because let me back up. Hold on. Let me back up. Because we did another campaign with MeUndies while we was in prison too. So Beast Mode, Marshawn Lynch at the time.
Come on, Raider Nation, baby.
He kept getting fined by the NFL for grabbing at his crotch every time he scored a touchdown. So we just happened to be in prison with Marshawn Lynch's cousin.
Shout out MH.
Is he from Oakland or
Hometown
business? Yeah,
Cream City.
Come on.
Hey, Cream City products, man. Shout out MH the Dawn.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lil P. Like, and so, you know, he kept getting fined by the NFL, so we had the same idea. Let's pair him up with MeUndies, you know, whatever. And so he happened to go to the Super Bowl that year with the Seattle Seahawks, and he won. So when they asked him, like, why didn't you grab at your crotch? He said, I wear the most comfortable underwear in the world.
Oh.
MeUndies. And the shit went to the moon.
Marketing 101, we on.
So now we realize, like, it wasn't just like a fluke, right?
But that requires so much foresight. You're already anticipating the way the media operates. So you're like, okay, they for sure finna ask you about the crotch grabbing and why you did it. So you're already like psychically,
we're ahead of the game.
You're playing chess with Connect Four players.
This is what we try to explain to brands, right? It's a difference. So most brands, they want to ride a wave, and we want to provide it.
It's a difference. That's what everybody wants, disruption. But they're scared of disruption. They're scared of getting another their own way.
Because it's scary.
Yeah, it's scary.
And that's where a risk taker
or a drug. We risk our lives every single day doing what we did. So now that we in this space of like, all right, so now I can fast forward. Cool. We do the Marshawn Lynch shit, and now it's official. Like, we doing this, right? This is something that we doing. I made a promise to my brother when I was walking out. I'm not going to tell that story about, you know, the shit before.
Hell no.
Some things are better left unsaid.
No, y'all gonna want to hear this story. Damn that, homie. Damn
so
that.
look.
Yeah, bust it, man.
Yeah, fuck that.
Zuck World exclusive.
For real, exclusive. I gotta give it to him.
So I'm less than 24 hours from the door.
Okay.
I'm talking about, what time is it? It's probably about 6:37.
Just don't say bro now.
I'm not gonna say nobody that. But let's say it's probably about 6:30, 7 o'clock at the time. I'm leaving at 9 in the morning.
True story on G Unit.
I'm leaving at 9 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So I'm out of here. We smoking, we cooking, you know what I'm saying? We doing all the shit because everybody's celebrating I'm going home. We standing on the side of the thing, we smoking and shit, and I just hear, "Don't put your hands on me." So one of our dudes done smacked the motherfucking shot caller for the Mucha Khan car.
These niggas over there playing poker, homie. They always got to fucking, just them two, they friends, fake friends, playing all of this shit just too much. The one thing where the politics be like, bro, stop all. You know
Stay out
how
them
you
people's
supposed
face.
stay out there people's face, man. Stop playing on
So
me.
he tripping.
He's super tripping.
Super tripping.
Super tripping. Smacked the shot caller. So now, you know what I'm saying, everybody like V go to the union. I'm like, look, long as we don't kill nobody, nigga, I'm going home. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
You probably like, fuck.
hell no. I'm like, I thought it was about to go up.
Yeah.
I thought it was about to go up. So, you know, without going all into all the details of shit, you know what I'm saying, we got to discipline the homie. Like, shit was a movie. So
He stayed, but I don't even know how this is how guilty by affiliation comes, right?
Because I'm not a gang
It
member.
happened to be a Crip, and you know what I'm saying, it happened to be a close associate. So they beeline and give me the orders, like, you know what I'm saying, you got to woo.
You from the same car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
But
not, though.
You not
They
though.
delegate like, nigga, because they know this is all I fuck with. So
Every day, though.
They get like, yeah, y'all got it. They like, it's like, I'm not even a Crip.
Right. But
So it's funny, right? It's funny to
you Jada and Styles. So, yeah.
Hey, look, that's twice, man.
Yeah.
That's twice a motherfucker compared us to Jada and Stab.
That's
So
how it
I'm
goes.
with that.
Yeah.
Because that's an honor. Like,
That's the biggest honor in the life
an honor.
ever.
Like the way I was thinking, like, I'm not gonna say Diddy and Big. I'm not gonna say Suge and Pac and all. They hip hop heads. Boom, Jada and Styles.
Man,
Boom.
such an honor to
That's
me.
such a fucking honor.
That's just such
Two
an honor
of the realest
on everything. So boom, like everything cool. We had to take care of some shit. I'm in some shit that I really ain't supposed to be in, and I go home. So I joined this prisoner entrepreneurship program called Defy Ventures. They teach me like the fundamentals of like starting a business and a.
Had you already launched Concrete Eats at this point?
Well, I mean, I'm in prison, so it
Okay,
exists as a collective and a thought.
But it's not an actual LLC.
Think of nigga.
Some shit like that. So, damn, this is crazy. Papa just texted me. So boom, I come home. Now it's time to learn these fundamentals because we know how to run a business. We just don't got the technical shit down, right? So I don't know about market research, even though he'll tell you our homework lit. Right, so market research really just doing your homework. If you're trying to rob a bank, you trying to get some work from one side of the country to the next. This is the details. This is the homework. Who your competitors when you get there, like all of that type.
Preparation prevents poor performance.
Right,
The show.
the proper preparation
Right.
prevents poor performance.
Right.
So boom, now I'm in Defy Ventures. I'm doing my stuff. I'm building this thing. We find, you know, this kind of crack in the industry. We like, this is our lane right here. And so one of my mentors, a woman named Katie Dallas, ended up linking me up with this dude named Tim Jones over at 72.
Shout out to Tim Jones. Congratulations on the baby.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, Tim Jones a good human. You know what
That's
I'm
right.
saying?
Shouts to Tim.
Yeah, so she introduced me to Tim Jones, and Tim Jones immediately understood the value of what we was bringing.
Tim Jones.
Yeah, so now imagine I'm knocking on all the doors.
Yeah.
I'm talking about I'm knocking on all the doors, and everybody telling me no.
Now let me ask you this, and this is a perfect segue to ask this question. Were you facing a lot of adversity based on the fact that you guys are felons?
Absolutely. Let me tell you this. I'm gonna get to it.
Yeah, keep going.
I'm about
Keep
to
cooking.
land the plane.
Keep cooking.
I'm about to land the plane. So I do a Silicon Valley tour, right? Like, so Defy Ventures sets up this Silicon Valley tour. We go to LinkedIn. We go to Box. We go to Google, Google.org, Google X. We go to Facebook at the time. eBay. We go to all these companies, right? So I'm pitching eBay. Like, they give me 3 minutes to like run this shit down to them. I pitch it. Shout outs to my man Damian Hooper Campbell. I think he over at Zoom now, but he was at eBay at the time. So he pulled me to the side. He like, I love what you doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, my brother doing time. Like, this shit is like brilliant. But do you think this $100 billion brand finna trust they fucking business to a bunch of convicts? And I'm like, Well, yeah, like that was the concept, you know what I'm saying? But now that you brought that to my attention, I never thought about it from that perspective.
Right.
So we all get together, we start thinking about prison. Like our whole shit moves the same way we did in the streets, the same way we did in prison. If I'm on a yard and I'm going to a different yard and somebody, you know, is like, yo, this is my people, like hook up with my people, that's way more valuable than me coming and showing my paperwork and like going through the steps. You know what I'm saying? Like going through that particular part of the process. It's almost like a fast pass at Magic Mountain type shit.
Right.
And so I got a fast pass because we decided, you know what? Fuck thinking about what the convicts think. Let's put a bunch of board members that's experts in the space. So we went and got
all-star team.
We put a board that's crazy, a legendary Jimmy Smith. Like, I don't know if y'all know who Jimmy Smith is, but it was a time in United States history that Jimmy Smith spoke for all of Black America when it come to advertising.
Yeah,
Wow.
all those legendary ads when you see the dribbling and the Nike
freestyle.
That's all his idea. You know what I'm saying?
Well, how did y'all get these people to rock with y'all?
The same way you rock it with.
The same way you rock. The same way your
mouthpiece is a dangerous weapon.
Our charisma is our currency. Yeah, our charisma is our currency. You know what I'm saying? And once we realize that, this is why I say creativity without opportunity is what lead to criminality. Like, we just lack access. We only know what we know. If all I know is selling dope, like, then goddamn it, I'm gonna be the best at selling dope.
Right.
But now that we understand, like, it's a platform and access in a different level, like, we gonna be the best at that.
Yeah, like, they don't know, like, who knows that there's an advertising Hall of Fame?
You kind of have to be clued in.
You got to be clued in. That's what we working on. You know what I'm saying? We done got 3 awards in a year.
4.
We don't got a Clio, a Webby, Telly.
Two Telly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? We own one because that's what we want to do.
So as the story goes, once we link up with 72 and Sunny, 72 and Sunny is like a global agency. This is one of our partners. They the first people to say, you know what, this shit is lit. Like, we fucking with that. And don't get it fucked up. Like, when you think about the Holy Grail album, Jay-Z album with Samsung, that's 72 and Sunny. That's an ad agency that put that play together.
Okay, the Magna Carta.
All that shit you see in the NFL, the halftime, the kids running out, the one you just seen with the little girls playing, that's 72 and Sunny.
So
these big players in the game.
Do y'all feel that you're kind of playing on people's philanthropic interests as well because you're trying to change or is that not even a factor for people like that?
I think at first it was, right? At first it was like, because, I mean, let's keep it all the way 1,000. The hottest topic in no matter what industry you in is diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And so, like, I'm gonna keep it all the way solid. When the pandemic hit, we was fucked. All of that, we just launched in July of 2019 to the world. We went global.
And you going up instantly.
We going up. It's popping. Like, Rock Nation came for us. We did the G20
Fast
Summit.
Company magazine.
Yeah.
We cracked.
We did the G20 Summit. This was the first year that the G20 Summit was going to be open to the public.
But why would that? Well, it seems like of all industries that would be affected, marketing is still a necessity during that time.
So this is where we get into the politics, right? So if 72 and Sunny is my partner and they plug me up with, say, one of they agency partners and we doing some side channel shit, my side channel shit fall to the wayside because they done already gave these motherfuckers 10 million or whatever to do all of they shit
for the year.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the agency of record.
That's what you want to get.
Yeah, that's the prestige. You want the agency of record.
Yeah.
You don't want the tentpole moment. You don't want to be tier 2. You know what I'm saying? So we was coming in tier 2 to other agencies. We dubbed ourselves the secret weapon for agencies, right? So the pandemic hit. President Trump at the time say, you know, small businesses can get PPP money. You can get money for your business. Right? But we couldn't.
Why not?
They actually excluded businesses that the founders or the day-to-day folks, if you had criminal history, you couldn't get the bread. And so we paired up with the 5 Ventures and the ACLU, and we sued the SBA.
Oh, okay. So,
And we won.
So people who got that money the second time they couldn't get it, that was a collective. That was our work.
You can Google it. It ain't no cap. We was on CNN, motherfucking CBS, like all the shit. So we sued the SBA, but we won. And so now, if during the pandemic, if you wanted to go get some money and you had a criminal record, whatever, you could get it now because they had to change the provision. And so we dead in the water. Right? Because, we still trying to figure out, all the fucking brands stop fucking with us because they money already invested over here.
They cutting back. They don't know what to do with COVID. It's fucked.
They don't even know how to talk.
They ain't even going to work. Everybody is like,
Right.
So the industry shifted. The thing that changes right after that, something huge and significant happened in the world, which was the murder of George Floyd.
which was
Right.
on film.
Right.
So now that the murder of George Floyd take place, our push was, you can't really stand in solidarity with the black community when the black community is incarcerated at 5 times the rate of any other race without tapping in. So brands started coming like, yo, can y'all help us? Can y'all help us? Can y'all help us?
Really, they just trying to check their diversity and inclusion.
They really wanted to figure out how to make change.
They didn't.
They actually gave a
it was,
fuck.
but like, you have to think about it. The sympathy moment. People actually watch for 90 seconds somebody lose their life and their last
9
words
minutes.
call for their mama. 9 minutes.
Right.
You seen that the same way you had the back tag when motherfuckers watch. Literally, you hear about it. Rodney King get his ass whooped.
Right.
When the visuals there, it sets a
different
moment like,
tone,
wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? That's
Oh,
that
this
wait a
shit
minute.
they was complaining
Yeah,
about?
you don't
this
see
shit
it.
really happened?
You don't see it. When you see it, it's a whole nother. We see it every day. We live here. But if you don't see it, you're in corporate America, you're over here, you're going all over here, you don't see that. And when it's brought to you, like, what the
Yeah.
So that brought
Yeah.
it into perspective. So brands started to come like help us, teach us, like show us how can we message, how can we do X, Y, and Z. And so that really started to help us to build our portfolio. Because remember, we reverse engineered this whole place. So we didn't come in. Normally, like, agencies like work for an agency, they spin off and do their own shit. They bring some of the clients that they might have worked with. No, we said,
just came out, nigga, we dope.
We dope as a motherfucker.
but it's the equivalent. It's the equivalent of like the dude who's 6'6" with a 40-foot jumper. You know what I mean? Like, you're
there.
just
You
born
see it. Yeah,
gifted. You have it. It ain't on you. It in you.
No doubt.
So you're able to. Yeah.
But the part that we talking about, which the reason why we just, it's, when I say we gonna land the plane, the reason why we spent the whole block a couple times is because we knocked on every door you could imagine.
Are your favorite influencer, like people who give us kudos now?
Right. So
I ain't even saying no names, but your favorite don't get it. And some of them people's daddies
wasn't
and mamas
fucking with
was
it.
incarcerated and all that shit.
They wasn't fucking
They
with
wasn't
it.
fucking with.
They didn't
Right.
see the value.
They didn't see the value.
But 172 and Sonny got on. So after the 2,200 no's that we heard, we only needed one yes.
So that persistence paid off.
No question. Once they put us on, it's been to the races. Our first client was Rock Nation, a little record label called Rock Nation.
Yeah. Well, you know the meme. You ever seen the meme? It's a coal miner, and you see he's like looking all disgruntled and defeated and walking away. He got his damn axe over his shoulder, and then it shows that right if he had just gone
A little bit farther.
that's where all the diamonds is at.
Right. But that's the thing that we didn't do, right? We didn't give up. We didn't fold. And once they put us on, I mean, it's been like clockwork. You know what I'm saying? We don't work with some of the biggest brands on planet Earth. And it really is a testament to our resilience, our level of disruption. You know what I'm saying? And then, our humility. I feel like our humility plays a huge role in it because we said we dope without really saying like we doper than you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like just to go back on the not the Instagram perspective, when my mother gets to look on LinkedIn and she sees the CMO from United Airlines says, "Can't nobody do it like the Congregates team."
Right.
You don't even know what that means.
Yeah, that's some shit.
You
That's
know what I'm saying?
that's the friendly skies right there, mama.
And so it's like, again, we was talking about this before. It's not about who you know. It's about how you know them, right? So everybody knows United Airlines.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we all know United Airlines. There ain't that many fucking airlines out there. You know what I'm saying?
Especially now.
Right. So everybody knows United Airlines, but like, to be able to say like they shut down a hangar for us.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? To film, and we took a special
From our ideas.
our ideas,
You
our
know what I'm saying?
charisma, our
And now we turn
creativity.
around and won an award, and we won multiple awards for the work we did with United Airlines.
No, that's crazy. So essentially, I'm seeing this reoccurring theme of unfavorable circumstances and things that could be a hindrance. You wind up not just overcoming the hindrance, but using that hindrance to catapult into something that becomes advantageous. The textbook definition of flipping the script, because the whole convict thing could have been that could have stopped you in multiple ways, and then instead what happens, you use that to your advantage, and then that becomes a strong selling point.
And just to keep it all the way solid, bro, like, I'm more or less the person that's like, this is my biggest fuck you to the system, right? Like, we not on no, I don't fuck with the streets like that no more. I don't want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to hear, if you over there doing that, like, you waiting on an indictment. You know?
Yeah, cause like that shit don't, like, my nigga, I don't look at mine. I done rob all the banks. I done hit all the. What the fuck are you gonna tell me about, my nigga?
Right.
I've been in there with Harry O and the real Rick Ross. What are you going to? You can't do nothing. You not gonna impress me, my nigga.
Right.
You not go ball, because ballers don't post Instagram. So them niggas was low key. Y'all not even on that level. So we're not even gonna discuss that. Y'all playing with it. Come over here, my nigga. It's popping over here. That shit dead.
It's a whole new pathway. And it's not like we don't know it exists. It's that we didn't see it in this perspective.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we too busy watching rappers transition from the streets to rap to being moguls in their respective level of business. But it's a stepping stone. It's a stepping stone to get into whatever your end goal is. And I will preach this to the day I die. Is, again, like I said, it's a $780 billion a year industry. Advertising, marketing, everybody needs it. I don't give a fuck if you rap, sing, if you own a small business, whatever the situation is. Like, marketing is the essential thing to your cash flow.
Especially now when independent businesses, independent artistry are flourishing. Now, there's been a big topic of conversation, which is a huge change in society overall right now, AI. How does AI affect the marketing game?
Well, for me, I'm gonna always say this, right? And I'll let Joe, say his opinion, but whoever's programming the AI, if it's not representative of these different cultures and communities and mindsets and perspectives, it's never gonna be what it could potentially be.
The same thing in every industry. If you have one type of person doing the programming, you have, just hypothetically speaking, you have people that went to Princeton and they're equipped to do this, and they're doing this program from the way they think and the way their experiences are.
Right.
It's not a one size fits all.
Right.
It's missing. So it's like every other industry. If it's not inclusive, it's gonna be whack.
So it's got to be, you got to stay ahead of the curve.
You gotta stay ahead of the curve. You gotta be included in it.
Simply put. So then the market continues to grow, your business continues to expand. At what point do you find it necessary to tell these fascinating stories that y'all got? And how can you get these stories to the masses?
So I was just looking at the comments. Somebody said they want to see us do a screenplay. And so, yeah, we do got a TV show coming. Like, our whole premise to the TV show is not only what we do in our regular lives with the brands, but really going across the country and finding these small-owned, minority-owned businesses that don't got the budget, the know-how, the resources to actually make their business crack, and then leveraging our influencer network to help amplify, whatever campaigns we come up with. So it's called Students of the Game, and
look out for it. If you want a little bit of if you want a show that has a little bit of Mad Men, a little bit of Boomerang, and some Boys in the Hood, Entourage, tap in.
So, and that's already a green light. That's a go at this point.
Once we get back from the south of France, we're gonna go into production.
If you got one.
Somebody said, uncross your legs, my boy.
Don't listen to these guys.
No,
bro.
I'm fucking with them.
Don't listen.
No,
to
I'm
these guys.
fucking with them. I'm fucking with them.
Listen, man. What would I
Hey, look, Students of the Game. That's what it. Look how they did us.
I know.
Trying to tell y'all, if they see y'all paying attention, they gonna you feel me?
Nah,
yeah.
That's their job. If I was on the internet, listen, man, I guarantee you, whoever doing that shit, they Google search say 0. So I'll never pay that shit no mind. And you're not gonna get a search off of me.
You know, at the end of the days, what I'm selling over here is eyeballs, engagement.
Man,
as long as they can talk whatever shit they want. As long as they engage, as long as they running it up.
The truth of the matter is, all we trying to do is put people on to a different perspective.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you trying to be a better human, like it's cracking over here, because for me, this is one of my most proudest con creators, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We talking about a nigga from gang banging from the streets to robbing banks to 17 and a half years in prison to come home and be in this particular space and carrying it like this. Like you don't think that it could ever happen. This is the thing that in those 2,200 no's we heard that they was afraid of, and all we ever was asking for was a chance.
Yeah.
So when I say shout out to 72 and Sonny and the Stagwell Network and all of them, you know what I'm saying? They took a chance on a group of people that people were afraid to take a chance on. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, time out, I gotta tell a story.
Bust it.
So last year, I ain't gonna say his name in the south of France. This is how we knew we were being accepted in the industry. Like one of the big dudes in one of these companies who foot the bill and who was running this shit. He pulled us to the side, man. He had one of these motherfucking Godfather moments where I ain't gonna never forget this shit, man. He pulled us to the side. He was like, "Hey, listen here, fellas. I don't care what y'all do, just don't sell no dope, because I can't clean this shit up." I don't know what y'all do, but just don't sell no dope.
Nah.
That's it. Like we gave y'all the keys. Y'all got the keys to the car.
Man, for real. Don't be
That'd be hustling backwards at that
That's
point.
stupid.
So,
That's stupid.
And so but it was
we laughed about, but it was a moment.
That's what they talking
That's what
about.
they thinking, like, because they like, man, they in the south of France. We everywhere.
Yeah.
And they like, what? You know what I'm saying? They trying to figure it out.
Right. How y'all moving like
that? Well, I'm sure your story, they're really outside the box. And like I said before, this sounds like the kind of thing that isn't real, but the fact that it is, it's compelling. And a lot of people, they can't even wrap their heads around it or process it, and y'all are so down to earth. You don't fit the stereotypical image, and just the way that y'all carry yourselves aren't necessarily, not that you don't command respect, but it's like y'all, when I think of CEOs and stuff, but then again, my brother defies that stereotype as well. He's
all
just,
the
like,
way.
you wouldn't, you saw him, you wouldn't think that's a CEO.
Exactly.
Yeah. But it goes to show people just don't really fucking know.
Yeah.
No, I think what it is people have a fucked up perspective of what things should look like.
Yes.
Like, we identify with shit, like to say like because he a Crip and he is also a CEO and he's also been incarcerated, that these things don't fit into what you think a Crip is.
You're breaking their preconceived notion.
Yeah. You think a Crip is supposed to be this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck your image of a Crip is. Or you think, a convict got a certain a certain way that he's supposed to
An
look
aura
or talk.
of intimidation.
No question, like
Yeah.
whatever that is.
Or speak. Like you have y'all ever wondered why the Snoops and the Big U's, have y'all ever listened to them articulate themselves?
Very articulate.
We all come from this. We could read, goddamn it.
Yeah.
We just crippin'.
Yeah.
Our comprehension is up to par.
And then I always, when people bring that up, I always talk about the historical element of cripping and how it goes back to, being a seed of the Black Panther Party,
Exactly.
Community Revolutionaries, Progress, and all that.
No doubt.
So people overlook those historical roots of gangs.
And you forget about it because you still got to think, in the fact of the matter, Tookie and Raymond, them niggas are 16, 18, them niggas was kids.
Yeah.
We still dealing on something since some kids started.
Yeah.
This shit is all over the world that some kids started.
And then the inverse of that is beefing over some shit
Come on,
that happened
man.
with some kids,
With some kids.
which is crazy.
So it's
As
all
a
love,
fact,
and I
though.
ain't, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you got to know where it was to know
Over
where
someone
you at.
fucking someone's girl, someone stealing someone's jacket, like
All of the shit.
Yeah.
Still got to be exposed to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem. Is like our Americas are so separate or segregated. You know what I'm saying? Like some people don't see this shit, and then when you get to see it, it's like, oh, we're somehow an anomaly or an exception to the rule. But really, it's like if you came down here, you would see it's a lot of these brothers, right? It's a lot of these sisters over here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tons of them.
You know what I'm saying? It's 1,000 me's. It's 500,000 us. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's 1,000,000 of us. Like this. Again, that just comes down to the humility. Like it don't seem like it's normal.
Yeah.
Because it's not put on that platform or it's not exposed. Like they not going, even though they willing to steal the trends. Right, they willing to ride the wave of some shit that might have came from these communities and these particular types,
And market the hell out of it.
and claim it as their own in some regards. But the truth of the matter is, like, it's here if you just look for it. I hate the conversation, and I'm not gonna say I hate because I don't really hate nothing, but I really dislike the conversation in corporate America when the question comes up around diversity. Is like we can't find the talent. And it blows my mind because it's like the talent is all over, right? The talent is in these ghettos. It's in the projects. It's in the districts. You know what I'm saying? It's in the boroughs. It's there.
They just need an opportunity, man.
That's it. The talent is right there.
Because they didn't go through the traditional standards of the schooling and all of this stuff. And you're saying you can't find the talent, but you're getting your talent from them whack ass same schools that you went to.
Right.
And you saying you can't find
So
the
you got to
talent.
spend hundreds of thousands of dollars. But why wouldn't people already know that when so much, let's just break it down in its most crystallized, purest form, sauce comes from these sections.
Exactly.
So the thing is this, we say this all the time. They the noodles, we the sauce.
Yeah.
Nobody want to eat noodles with no salt.
And nobody want to just drink no sauce.
Nobody
Gotta
want
get
to just
together
drink sauce.
accordingly.
And so what we're trying to figure out and what we're doing as we exist and move is like bridging those things, like melding those together. It's like you need us just like we need y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Like you said, there's potentially hundreds of thousands of y'all, but y'all were just the first out the gate. What was it? What made you? And what makes everybody that hasn't achieved that yet? What can they do to get to this level?
It's representation. Like if you don't see it, you can't be something you don't see. Right? Like if there was, at one point in time, if there was no such thing as a black lawyer, right? You look at
Johnny Cochran.
You know what I'm saying? People like that, right? You know, like it's possible. So now there's the Ben Crumps and the people that come after him because they seen it. You know what I'm saying? They seen it.
Yeah, they seen one.
They seen it. You know what I'm saying? So even rappers look at other rappers that have become moguls, the Master P's of the world.
The
You know what I'm
hoes.
saying? Yeah, you might look at Master P and be like, he's a fucking businessman. He's not just some drug dealer.
You got to think about it, especially when we came up. Nobody was, when you had career day, nobody fucking said they wanted to be a rapper because we didn't see it being lucrative yet in the early '80s when that shit started.
Right.
It was no like, it was a hobby. Motherfuckers did that because they did it.
Right. They had the talent
Now,
to do it.
30 years later, motherfuckers started thinking, that's what I'm.
Because there's a lot more.
Because you can see it.
There's a lot more connotations to being a rapper. Too.
Exactly.
Right, but you know it's a stepping stone.
Yeah.
When you look at somebody like Master P, who come from the streets, the projects, whatever the fuck, transition into hip hop, make a shit ton of money now. Now he got the ability to do music and movies and own speakers and rap snacks and a college. Like Master P is a businessman. He doing,
Absolutely.
and we could see that though. Like we could see it and be like, I could do that too.
I mean, and anybody that does their history, and the deal that he was able to strike independently.
With priority.
Yeah,
he spanked their ass. I still don't know how that
It was like 85-15.
85, 15, it was the first to ever happen.
But he was packaging. He did the work. He had his shit packaged. He had artwork done.
I don't need y'all to do nothing but push
my shit out.
And then I'm number 3 on the charts first week out the gate.
Like,
But don't forget, I'm about to put out an album every day.
I'm putting out an album every other day.
And then a movie.
I'm not playing with y'all.
He was fucking them up.
He said, I don't give a fuck if I got 4 artists that's gonna go platinum, but I got 40 motherfuckers gonna go gold.
Yeah.
Just shout out Uncle Pete, nigga.
On everything.
The best that ever did it,
The
nigga.
best to ever do it. And
Percy.
yeah,
Shout out to
man.
my dog Silk. That's my homeboy. Yeah.
Don't he live over here though?
He do. He's a good dude.
To the motherfucking
Real good
guy.
dude.
And y'all, I don't give a fuck what y'all say.
Free C murder. nigga.
Free C murder till it's back where he murdered.
And
it.
that Mussolini.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
so-
saying? R.I.P. Soldier Slim.
R.I.P. Soldier
Yeah.
Slim.
Shouts to Fiend. Shouts to Mac. Shouts to Mr. Servo. The whole, come on, me and Eggs.
We going to the Essence Fest. Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. And when y'all said we going to France earlier, I don't know, I might need to sneak in the back department. Somehow.
Pull up.
Yeah.
So the point that we trying to make is like visually we can see the representation and in advertising.
Because I'm a crib. That's why they cross so hard.
We wasn't
Neighborhood.
we wasn't represented in the ad space. Like not no street dudes, not no dudes that come from this space. You might see street dudes in an ad.
Yeah.
Right? From that standpoint, but not no owners. Like we own our shit.
And see, and
we own our shit.
And y'all make it look cool too. And I think that's why this show is gonna potentially. I'm excited about it because now you're gonna have a whole bunch of youngsters being like, "Damn, I want to be in the advertising."
I want to be an ad
They
exec.
live in a glamorous life. They got the bitches. They got the whoopty whoop. You feel me? Like
That was crazy. One of our friends last night, she had a big position at one of these companies, and we didn't know that she was at one of the dinners last year in the south of France. And her first thing she told us, she never told us, she was like, I was like, who is these niggas? Y'all niggas coming in here rapping Blue Bucks Clan. Who the fuck is these
in our own world.
Like, we in our own
We
world.
don't have to behave in the way that they want us to behave. We don't have to code switch.
But you execute. Ain't no code switching, but you execute. I think
Exactly.
that's important because if you're doing all that and you got the swag, that's cool. But if you're not giving them
You gotta
delivery,
give them with the delivery.
You gotta do the work.
You gotta do the delivery. And I gotta know to tone it down.
yeah.
I know when and where to do what I'm doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At all times.
But y'all the same dudes talking to my brother is talking to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like he gonna see this and be like, "Them my dude."
Yeah.
There's nothing different about this conversation than it is
I will be talking
with
to
him. You know what I'm saying?
Climate.
Right.
Yeah.
Y'all are cool, man.
I fucking appreciate you.
Y'all are real cool. I'm excited to work in multiple capacities. Get you popping. Now, I think the people watching want to know, not to pivot too far, but I want to know, what are your thoughts? What are your initial thoughts? And then I know you talked about the meeting about Big Rick. I want to know what you think about Big Rick.
First of all, Big Rick got his paperwork. So anybody in the comment section, I'ma say it loud on Neighborhood Crib. If you don't have your paperwork, like Big Rick got his same folder from in prison.
He got the xylophone.
He got the xylophone and all that shit.
In the office.
Right.
It's not no pages missing.
Yeah.
Some of y'all niggas pages be missing. Like, where is page 37, 38? Nigga, I know.
Oh, should I spill coffee on it?
Yeah, all that shit. But anyway, nigga, y'all know what it is. I'm gonna leave it at that.
That shit funny. That's my brother. Like when I say, like that's my brother. Like me and this cat. First off, we was at the bottom of our existence together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And his father being such an influence to me, and obviously him, like that's his daddy. The connection, it's beyond that, right? Like again, we talking business, we doing all of this shit spiritual to me. like his father passing and having me come here, and then, you know, us just talking, reminiscing about our relationship with Pops, to literally like, wait a minute, what's his last name? And you Chris brother, and you know what I'm saying, this my man, I'm showing y'all shit, we talk about shit, it all come together from we can't make it up. You know what I'm saying? And so my relationship when it come to Rick is it ain't nothing he can't ask me for.
Yeah.
It is nothing he can't do that's gonna make me change the love and the view that I got for him.
And he got his paperwork.
And he got his paperwork.
Don't forget that
paperwork party.
You feel me?
It was just crazy though, because I remember when I was busted, my dad would come visit me and he would tell me, yeah, you know, I got like another son out here, you know. I'm like, what do you mean you got another son out here? Like, you telling me some shit, you know? He's like, no, you know.
You know, fucked around.
I ended up liking, you know, this dude, like, you know, I see him like a son. He's cool people, you know. He respects me. I respect him, and yada, yada, yada. I had no fucking clue who my dad was talking about. He was just telling me, you know, about some dude, and I'm just sitting in there listening to Pops, like, yeah, you know, you replaced me type shit, you know. I was just kind of like, whoa, all right. But nah, he told me, yeah, man, he's a good dude and this and that. Never in a fucking million years did I think we met him in the microwave room getting ready to fucking tell him we can't wear shower shoes.
I know you probably had the whoop-de-whoop on you. And
no, but that's how I met him. I didn't know him. I know my dad talked about him.
Right.
But I met him like that, and 3 weeks later in the visiting room when my dad went up to his people, you know what I mean, or him, I thought my dad was going over there to say some shit to him, and then I see him give each other a hug, homie. I'm like, damn.
And then we walking around, though, we talking about shit like, yo, what's up with, you know, we talking about the Colombians and shit. What's up with them? And, you know, he just like, what the fuck? Like, who the fuck are you? Like, at this point. So we get back to the yard after the visit, and then we just, it's been on ever since.
Now, I tend to ignore comments like this, but I'd love to get, because I think you might be able to flip some minds on this. There's a comment that said, I don't know about doing business with gang members, though. Mm-hmm. What do y'all think about that?
I mean, shit, well, I don't give a fuck, because you're not Google, Facebook, Meta, or any of these corporate brands that made sure that I got daycare money for my kids for time to come.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, and again, you know, I think, again,
got a New Hampshire call coming in.
I heard,
we'll take calls in a minute.
I heard the same thing just about convicts in general when it comes to marketing. And my thing is, then,
yeah, I think that's the more the question that I meant. Yeah,
no question. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, not everybody been to prison a gang member. You know what I'm saying? It just so happens that, you know, that they are.
Let me clean it up. Well, you probably wouldn't want to support Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Angela Davis, Tupac Shakur, or any other individual, the countless other individuals who had to put it down or stop or be incarcerated to get where they needed to go.
Donald Trump.
And so really, when it's all said and done, the same conversation for me when it come to these type,
to say some shit like that.
When it come,
you simple minded.
When it comes to these type of individuals, it's one or two things: you're either our customer or you're not. Right? If I'm trying to change the narrative, bless you, bro.
Thank you.
If I'm trying to change the narrative and the stigma, how people view the folks that I rock with, then maybe we should probably sit down and have a conversation. Let you see how this shit really go. Because your perception fucked up. Or you could stay where you sitting at and still have that same fucked up energy, because when it comes to what we doing, like, we on that positive wave, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just the fact that we dope at what we do or we're smart at what we do, right? Like, being good humans and emitting this energy, like, we do shit that people never see, right? Like, when we talk about fighting to end up with the ACLU to change that provision, nobody knows about that. We don't, that's not what we post on our social media. If you work with any of these brands that we talking about, you will know that they actually do a background check for you to become a vendor. So I don't care what type of business you got, if you don't pass that background check, you don't get to work with these companies as a vendor.
That's the thing they don't know anyway.
Right?
And that might have been one of the most impactful moves y'all did out of anything.
And we changed that provision in some of these brands, some of the biggest brands, Google, Meta, all the brands that we work with, we are able to, we're not going to pass a background check. We already told you that we've been to the joint. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right. I got my prison ID in my back pocket. You know,
right now, I got mine too.
The fuck?
There's no way we're gonna pass a background check. So either you're gonna tell us like that you can't work with us because of that, or we're gonna have to change this provision. You know what I'm saying, for the people who come after us, right? Because yes, we the first ones through the door with this agency, but I promise you, it's gonna be others. It's gonna be others.
Oh, for sure.
Y'all just kick the doors down.
That's it.
Knock them down.
So I kicked the door down, getting more now.
Hey.
I'm definitely trying to hear some of your music too. We gonna need to run that up, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
it's all love, man. And again, like for the artists out there, like that licensing, them endorsement deals, like that's really where it's at.
I'm missing the money, man.
Yeah,
Please
y'all
stop
leave the
trying to
money
be
on the
seen.
table.
Corporate
Right.
America need me. Listen, every time you see a commercial with some music playing in the background, the way they're doing it now, where you're hearing them old ass songs, is because it's easier to access them. Because they don't have you guys' catalog and it's not available to them however you guys shit is set up. If you have music that's done and it fits these ads, y'all go be eating way longer than that one hit.
Or just put a catalog together. Put your instrumentals and your music and your songs together and pitch that. Like pitch your catalog to post-production houses. Pitch your catalog to ad agencies.
music director.
Yeah,
All of that. Music supervisors on
Music
film.
supervisor.
You know what I'm saying? Pitch your shit. Pitch your shit. Put it together and package it up and take it to the places where you could be placed and put in place to be in the place.
Come on. Bars. What do y'all think about taking a few calls real quick?
Absolutely.
sure.
Why don't you drop the damn Big Rick, if you don't mind, sir? Dropping the number in the chat for the good people. All the constituents of Lush World, drop the cocaine bot emojis. Drop a 5 in the chat if you rocking with our guests. We appreciate y'all. We know the stream went out earlier, so everybody that popped back up, we appreciate y'all. We about to damn
Run it up, man. Run it up. You know what I'm saying? Have fun.
run it up. We putting the number in the chat real quick. And we gonna see who calls in.
Tap in, y'all. Tap in.
Log in with us. Come on.
He said tap in or tap out.
My boy said dope dealer and bank robber turned CEO. Is that a joke?
that
That
true?
is not a joke.
Google it, you weirdo.
It is not a
Man.
joke. Run it up. Make some calls. Y'all know the vibes. Y'all been calling in all day. I got 600 missed calls today. Y'all getting shy right now? West really cracking with the people, all the constituents of Lush World.
It's going in there. It should be in. But
They really feel like these mostly your haters.
Oh, they be out there too. They be out there too.
It's all
They be out there too.
This is the
Marion.
You are live.
Hey, what's up with it?
What's going
What's up
on?
with it, y'all? Hey, I see y'all talking some real business talk. That's what's up, man.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate that.
Not very many platforms are doing that. You know what I mean? Y'all trying to put everybody on. Hell, a lot of these platforms, they just talking about they little bullshit all the time.
Man, you know how that one thing go, man. People with small minds talk about other people. People with medium minds talk about current events. People with great minds talk about ideas, man. Shit is as simple as that.
Yeah, it's motivating too, man, because I done been locked up and shit like that. You know what I mean? Got a couple felons and shit. And I've been thinking about trying to start a business, but you know what I mean? I get discouraged sometimes.
Why?
You know how it goes.
Why?
Man,
Why do you get discouraged?
I feel like, you know what I mean, they're always going to look down on me because of maybe some tattoos. Like, I ain't got tats on my face or nothing.
Who
But
is they,
it
though?
Whoever you're the customer, you know what I mean, your customers.
Man, first of all, you an asset. And first of all, you got sauce when you coming in there. 9 times out of 10, one of them got it. But I guarantee you, everybody I know that we fuck with, they always say they formerly incarcerated. They'll fire any motherfucker before they'll fire them. Because they're going to go there early, after, and they go do overtime.
Yeah,
All we need is a
anybody
shot.
anybody gonna take a chance on you, you gonna go harder. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about literally, you could Google the statistics. It is statistically proven that somebody that's formerly incarcerated work harder, whether it's in school or in a business, right? Because you trying to elevate. And then, yeah, I'm gonna take it a step further with you, bro. Like, fuck what people think. You know what I'm saying? Fuck what they saying. You saying this. You know what I'm saying? So if this your line, this your push, remember, I just told y'all 2,200 people told us no.
And then you just told me you had 2 felonies. So if you commit felonies like I did somewhere along, you said fuck what everybody else was talking about. So you could say,
the government was talking about.
Yeah, so fuck what they talking about on me. Straight.
Yeah, and like I work at a factory. I work at a factory now, and it's funny you said that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we work the hardest because, bro, I didn't came up out there. I've been there like 3 years now.
Yeah,
I didn't came up. I'm making a decent amount, like 22 an hour. But that shit takes a lot of time out of my day, and I got my daughter. Her mom's not doing good for her, so I feel like I don't want to be at work all the time. You know what I mean? Yeah. I need to be there for her some more. Yeah. That's why I've been thinking about starting a business, because it's like, man, I can't be at this damn factory all the time. And then my daughter got to go back to her family. You know what I mean? I got to fucking worry about what's going on over there. You know what I mean?
My boy, let me tap in with you real quick. I want to tap in with you real quick.
Yeah.
When I came home, I knew that I didn't want to work for nobody, but I knew that reality was that's what I had to do when I hit the ground. You know, I had to get a job, and I had to work long hours and do overtime and shit like that.
Yep.
And, you know, one day I got fucking tired of being written up for working past my 5 hours of overtime for them. And I'm like, man, fuck that. You know, I ain't got shit to lose. I've already lost, you know what I'm saying? Let me see what it tastes like to win. I'm going to chase mines, you know? And I got up and I chased my dreams, dog. Like 36 years old, 37 years old in life, and I turned my whole fucking life around because I didn't want to depend on anybody to give me a handout. Mm-hmm. I didn't want to depend on somebody to write my paycheck, because if I'm doing it for that person, why can't I do it for myself? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was my mentality. But then, you know, knowing that I had nothing else to lose and I had everywhere else to go but up, I went after it. And my mentality was, if I made $1 more today than yesterday, I'm winning.
And real quick, I want to answer a question in the chat. But real quick, I think, bro, you sound motivated. Definitely, hopefully this is a catalyst to you following your dreams and getting some shit cracking. And I do know a lot of people that were incarcerated have a particular moral compass and, you know, value their word in a way that other citizens don't. So,
in a major way, bro.
And I really respect it.
Yeah, hey, I appreciate y'all too. I appreciate the advice and everything too.
Listen,
but one thing I want to say, people are asking in the chat, how come the title of this video wasn't the successful black men that turned their lives or that became CEOs? Well, the name of their company is what?
Convicts to create.
So the whole convict aspect is an important part of this trajectory in the story.
If you guys ever seen 8 Mile, the biggest part of that movie is at the end.
Yeah.
When Eminem does one thing, he leads with his flaws.
Yeah.
And that's our strength. We lead with our flaws so you can talk about us being businessmen and us being an entrepreneur magazine and fast company. That's a no-brainer already. So, you know, it's the approach, but thank you kindly.
Hey, we still got the caller on?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I appreciate y'all. Y'all can hang up though. Yeah, I appreciate y'all.
Let me give you this real quick.
Go ahead.
You
man.
like to read? Do you like to read books?
Yeah, a little bit. Yep. I mean, I will.
Listen,
Shit, I have before.
Force yourself to read this book. It's called From Good to Great.
Jim Collins.
You should read this book.
It changed our life, and the gist of that book right there. Once, and this is not a fast thing, this is what changed our life. Once you get these overlapping 3 concepts, it's called the hedgehog concept. And once you find this is where you know where your business idea will come from.
Right.
It's what are you passionate about? What drives your economic engine? And what do you think you can do better than anyone in the world? Not what are you able to do, what do you think you can do better than anyone in the world? And that's not a quick answer to that. But you know what I'm saying? Just ponder on that. Yeah. And that's what we did.
Yeah, because I'm definitely trying to be my own boss. You know what I mean? Like, this factory shit cool and it's paying the bills and all that. I got money, but you know what I mean? I can't do this forever because my daughter, she, you know what I mean? She needs me more than that. You know what I mean?
Already know.
Listen, that's a gem right there. That's a gem.
And if I feel like I could be my own boss, you know, if I could be my own boss, then you know what I mean, I could have her there with me, shit like that. You know what I mean? She ain't gonna have to go through as much.
Exactly.
Well, hey, we appreciate you, brother. Keep pushing.
Yeah, hey, I appreciate y'all, man. Have a good night, man.
Thank you.
Keep your head up, bro.
All right, Lake Arrowhead, you live. What's cracking?
Lake Arrowhead, you're live.
What's cracking? You live on Lush World. Hello? I don't know if you know he live.
Boo.
He talking to the other homie.
I can hear the show in the background. We had a couple missed calls. Why don't you hit them back?
All right, let me get in. I gotta go back and do this shit.
Lake Arrowhead, you can
But
call
that's
them.
what we love, though, right? We
Yeah.
love like I would. That's the one thing that when you look at the people that you study, that we never get a chance to see, which is the losses. Like we only hear
Right.
about the big business deals that some of these people making.
You are live on Lush World. What's cracking with you?
What's happening?
What's going on? What's going on? How you doing, Lush?
We
How
chilling,
you doing,
bro.
everyone?
And then
What's the deal, though?
So basically, this is why I'm calling, man. I've been wanting to talk to you for a while about getting some advice, you know, and maybe I stay out here in Ontario, and I'm trying to change my life drastically. Like I'm trying to get into the podcasting world like you did, and I just want to know, like, is it possible? You know, I know it's a long shot, but is it possible to get to maybe work for free, do something for
Come
everything or
intern,
anything for you
bro.
guys? And
Come intern.
And,
What is you talking about? We finna lace your boots.
Rock with us, bro. Get at the Lush World Instagram. You can get at me at IG, but you'll probably be better at getting through if you hit up the Lush World Instagram. And if you're really serious and you a hard worker, get plugged in, homeboy.
yeah, I definitely am, man. I'm the most loyal guy you can get. You know what I'm saying? And I really appreciate it if I can get an opportunity to, you know, show what I can do and help you out as much as I can to build you up in Lush World and the pop up and everything.
We appreciate you, big dog.
We fuck.
Ontario in the building.
Easy
man,
call.
don't nobody appreciate nothing like somebody jumping out there for what they want.
Yeah.
All you got to do is show her you want it. We can't want more for than you want for yourself. But any initiative, I'm gonna meet them halfway.
Yeah, we definitely fucking with that.
There's a lot of people that reach out on that, but there's a certain sincerity I heard in Bill's voice that, yeah, I think that might be. You want to go ahead?
I appreciate it, man. And also, yeah, I'm definitely gonna tap in. My name is Conrad, by the way. You know what I'm saying? And I can't wait to get in touch with you guys and see if you know I could do what it do. You know what I'm saying?
All right, homeboy. All right, be smooth.
New York, tap in.
New York, you live on Lush World. What's cracking?
Yo, what up, Lush?
What's the drill?
We got a no caller ID. I'm curious to take that call, but
No. Stall him out.
We do that shit in real
I don't know
life.
if you could pull up Poetic Flacco's live stream right now, but he's talking about you to China Mac.
That's all good.
Poetic Flacco's live stream.
Nah, we
He's talking
not.
about you right now, man.
God bless them both.
Rick, check it out, Rick. Check it out. Pull it up. Poetic Flacco's live stream. He's talking about Big Lush.
Yeah.
Is he talking
Lush
about
saying it
any
will not be
ID?
tolerated.
But we
All right, we appreciate you, bro.
We
Have a good
appreciate
one.
that. They stay, you feel me? Of course they're gonna be talking about us. We got another call.
there's no caller ID.
Let's take it. No caller ID. What's happening with you?
Yo, what's up, Lush?
What's going on, big dog?
And what's up to the big bosses right there that are in the show right now? Lush World. Shout out Lush World and shout out the bosses.
What's
All right,
up,
we
big dog?
appreciate you, family.
Appreciate you. What's cracking with you, man?
I just want to say, you know, I was looking through, I just subscribed. I'm a new subscriber to Lush World, and I was looking at his video, you know, his Lush's video back in 2020, you know, about that sobriety thing.
Yeah.
And I just, you know, look, that video's still up there and shit, letting you know, just you helping me, you know.
Yeah.
I need to hear some stuff like that and shit. That
Damn,
video,
that's hard,
you know,
homie.
That's
I came-
beautiful.
That's hard.
yeah, I came across through it, man.
Hey, that's love. I'm glad. And you know what? I would not be able to be sitting here right now, sitting with gentlemen of this stature, delivering this message if it wasn't for sobriety. Highs, lows, wins, and losses. It's all about staying clean and recovering. We do recover. Much love, brother. Stay tapped
Amen.
in. God bless.
Los Angeles, you live.
LA, you live on Lush World. What's
Yo,
cracking?
what's the deal, man? It's this big slow cut in the building, man.
Ah,
What's up?
Slow
What's up with
Cut.
Uncle Lush and the gang, man? What's the deal?
What's happening with you, Slow Cut?
Man, what's up? What's up with my Crips over there, man?
What's
my
up,
successful,
dog,
my
homie?
successful Crips, man. What's the deal, man? Yeah, man. Rich rolling business,
You
man. Rich
already
rolling
know,
business.
man. Neighbors are nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, Lush.
Yeah,
man,
what's
man, I'm watching it, and you giving niggas jobs, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need my I'm gonna need my shot, Uncle Lush.
Come on. Come on. Hey.
You know you got to let Big Slow cuz sit on the couch.
Yeah, I think
Come
that,
on, man.
I think that's
Hey,
a man,
man,
though.
talk to him.
Hey, we already said pull up, my boy.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, you know,
Hey,
you got to open your
look,
butt. So.
I've been calling Uncle Lush for a week, man. He blocked me.
I ain't blocked nobody.
Wow. I was about to say, talk about it.
Nah, he ain't doing me like that.
If I block him, how we get through right now? Yeah, no, that's my folks right there. Come on.
Hey, but yeah, man, I fuck with it, man. And to the first dude who called in, man, about, you know, starting his own business, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been there. And you just got to jump out the window, bro. You got to bet on yourself. You know what I'm saying? When it's all against you, bro, bet on yourself and you can never lose, bro. Go, you know what I'm saying? 100%. Just go with it. And my other dude talking about starting a pod, bro, or, you know, being part of it, you just got to do it, bro. Because if not, you'll keep wondering what if. You feel me?
Real talk.
You just got to do it. This is something you got to do, bro. You know what I'm saying? I kind of didn't believe in myself until I hit community, you feel me? And then afterwards, I'm like, after seeing those numbers, it's hard doing this shit myself, and it's not the same numbers, you know what I'm saying? But I can't let that get to me.
Hey, same thing happened to me with No Jumper. You feel me? Then eventually you hit those moments like today, we had more live viewers in No Jumper. And that right there,
it's a new beginning.
It's a new beginning.
This ain't No Jumper. This Lush World. You feel me? It's going to be bigger than that bullshit.
Lush World Ganger don't ban.
I fuck with you, Lush. You already know what it is.
You slow, bro. Now, with that being said, I appreciate you,
I'm
Slow.
going to be sitting on the couch. I'm coming. I'm going to pull up soon, man. I'm
Please do.
In with Rick.
We need that.
We're going to get it going, man. I'm going to fuck with y'all. Y'all keep doing y'all shit.
All right, man. Have a good evening, Brody.
Salute.
With that being said, but before we take any more calls, I just want to say this is the type of content that I really value for this platform. And all the other stuff is cool. I love talking about hip hop, battle rap, but like the recovery
Human
content,
beings,
the inspirational.
I was like, damn. He said from 2020.
You feel me?
A video on sobriety.
Yeah,
that's big.
The triumph of the human
You
spirit.
feel me? That's big.
Look, when I made that video, I wasn't thinking about really having no actual YouTube.
None of that shit.
But the shit that got the biggest impact is the shit you not trying to drive numbers
right
on.
Anyway.
Right.
If you erase that from your mentality.
You got another one coming in from Los Angeles.
All right, we'll take one last call. LA, what's cracking with you? You live?
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Yeah. What's going on, big dog?
I just wanted to call and see what y'all think about this type of business idea that I've been thinking about.
Okay.
Run it.
I understand dude got a trucking company.
Yep.
Do you know the top of the can that has all of the places that recycle?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All of that is all across the I-70.
Yeah.
From California to New York.
Yeah, that
should go all the way across.
Should go all the way.
Yep.
All of those have college campuses, amphitheaters, sporting events, arenas, and all that other stuff. Would that be a nice, lucrative thought to start a trucking company going all across the I-70 from the West Coast to the East Coast and right on back year-round, taking advantage of that?
I'm going to be honest with you. That is the exact lick in trucking.
My guy's smart.
It doesn't necessarily have to be the I-70 or anything like that. I think the niche in trucking is to get away from load boards, get away from dispatchers, and find yourself a dedicated account.
Yeah.
Because if you can find the dedicated account, you can charge a little less, but you're going to have more consistency. And in the long run, the guy who's, looking for $3.20 a mile on the load board, and in his pride that he won't take $3.10 because he gets $3.20 on the load board. Meanwhile, he's only getting $3.20 every other day, and you're getting $3.10 a day or a mile for 6 days straight round trip. And that's because it's dedicated. So he thinks he's winning because the number sounds bigger in his head, but you're really winning because you got dedicated accounts.
Yeah.
And that's what consistency does. And consistency can take you a long way in any business.
That's a retainer in the advertising world.
Yeah,
you don't want a project, not project per project. You want that retainer.
That's right.
Exactly.
So you get that consistent, guaranteed income.
Yeah, and then you lock them in for a year or 6 months or whatever.
Well, they're usually year-long contracts or 1 or 2 year contracts.
There's that show money and there's that for show money. And don't trip, baby mama. 1000%. The Lush Hip Hop Encyclopedia ain't gone nowhere. That's always gonna be here. But we appreciate you, caller. Enjoy your evening. Come on, stay locked in.
Y'all too.
All right, salute.
Salute.
Man.
Hey, congrats to all y'all.
I
Thank you
appreciate
kindly.
you.
Thank you, homeboy. With that, okay, this is our last call. Last call. What's going on? You live? Are you on Lush World?
Nah, it was we missed it. Here,
You calling back?
give them their shot to call.
This is the last call of the day.
I just
Hold on,
looked
I'll
at
be
the
back.
clock. I was like, damn,
Yeah.
how long we been here?
I'm about to beat your ass in 2K. Since the Lakers out, I gotta beat your ass.
What
They
the hell?
got cut off that.
Oh, that was a
That
Google
definitely was a
phone.
Google number.
Yeah, that was,
With that being said, we appreciate all y'all that have been logged in for several hours now. We've been live since 2:30 on and off, or what 12:30 on and off, and with y'all for what time is it right now?
7:30.
Damn.
Chopping it up. We've been chilling, man. It's all
Big chilling, soaking up game. Y'all are welcome anytime. Please come back. You feel
Appreciate
me? Is there any final thoughts for the people before we Skype out of here?
I think the easiest thing is tap in. Like, we'll figure it out once we understand what's going on. Tap in with Concrete. Whether you formerly incarcerated, got creative ideas, if you
anything
a brand,
else, man.
whatever.
Anything you see where some puzzles connect, that we could connect the dots. Let's at least see where it goes, because we believe in collaboration over competition.
Any
We
day
not
of the week.
competing with nobody.
Any day of the week.
All right, Big Rick made an executive decision. We got one final caller. What's happening? Talk to us. You live?
Yo,
You live, big dog?
yo, hold on, what's good, man?
What's happening with you?
Ain't shit, man. Yo, you killing the game with that low hoodie, man. That polo bear joint.
Come on.
First and foremost.
God bless.
But
Appreciate
yeah, man. Just
trying to get like
keep
you.
doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. Fuck the haters. That's it, man.
I appreciate
That's
that.
it. Lush World to infinity.
Infinite love to you, big dog. Come on, man. Trying to get like you. Good looks, man.
You already know. Peace.
All right, player.
Appreciate you.
With that being said, as you were,
I'm done. Just
Okay,
tap
okay.
in. I think, like I said, I don't care if you're a filmmaker, model, whatever it is, you do music, anything in the creative space, in the business space, I think tapping in will probably be the best next steps.
your next move is your best move.
There it is.
And if you're a creative and you happen to have a passport, the South of France from June 19th to the 23rd isn't a bad look. You might want to get there.
Okay.
Every brand you could think
Every
of
brand you
gonna
can
be
think
there.
of is going to be on the planet. Sports B, shout out Stag Will. Ryan, we about to go up.
It's about to be a
You got to have some Scooch Liani, though, to make that happen.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
That's why I said tap in. Tap in. We'll
that-
figure it out.
With that being said, we appreciate y'all. We gonna stay in motion. All the young hustlers and grinders stay getting it. All the young ladies doing the damn thing. Stay blessed. Keep your nails done and your wigs tight. Everybody, please join the Discord. Like, share, subscribe. So when this is off, drop a comment so we can attack that algorithm and abuse it. Go crazy on it. All my constituents of Lush World, make sure you join that Discord. We got the mods about to drop the link. Thank you to everybody that rocks with us. And with that being said, like Uncle 40 Water has told us and bestowed upon us, we about this BR. Y'all, this BR.